left the office of the vice presidency. If the schemes outlined in the tax charges are proved, it would be impossible to avoid evidence of Joe Biden's participation, wrote McCarthy. Here now, Saul Weisenberg, former deputy independent counsel, Fox News contributor, and Mike Davis, founder and president of the Article 3 Project. Saul, I know you have a prediction on Hunter's plea, then we'll get into the specifics, but what is that prediction?
Well, I think it's quite possible he will plead guilty because if this comes out before the election or during the election, it's going to be incredibly damaging to President Biden. The only way he doesn't do that, I think, is if they would get a continuance. And gosh, wouldn't that be kind of hypocritical to demand a continuance for Hunter Biden because of the election season and his father, where every single court is denying it for President Trump?
Well, once again, the question of a pardon came up today, Mike. Watch.
In light of these new charges, you said before that the president would not pardon his son. Is that still the case?
Nothing has changed. That is still the case.
Well, to Saul's point, Mike, if there's some plea deal reached, perhaps at least this next year, of course, there wouldn't be any need for a pardon. Like, wait till second term for that.
Yeah, David Weiss waited 4 years to bring these charges. He could have brought these charges 4 years ago. He is the hand-picked U.S. attorney from both Democrat home state senators. They wrote a letter of recommendation. I was the chief counsel for nominations. He's their guy. He protected Joe Biden and the Bidens for many years. He continues to protect Joe Biden. He brought these charges under pressure because a very good judge in Delaware called him out on this sweetheart plea deal with this backdoor pardon. Now he's bringing these tax charges against Hunter Biden. No foreign agent charges against Hunter Biden related to the tens of millions of dollars the Biden family received. And I think President Biden will pardon his son after the election.
Well, Saul, it is true, is it not, that the lurid allegations in this indictment, and again, we'll say they are allegations in this indictment, that may in fact really take away from the source of this money that had been coming into the Biden family grift for many years, from foreign adversaries, from China, from Romania, obviously what we know from the Ukrainian Burisma situation. That really does spell trouble, or would have if the statute hadn't run, for Biden himself, perhaps.
It does focus much less on the foreign money than it does on the lurid lifestyle. But listen, this is a very well-crafted indictment, speaking indictment. It's devastating to Hunter Biden. And there's absolutely no reason why it couldn't have been done several months ago or a year ago. And it absolutely vindicates the whistleblowers, because this is their evidence that they got and demanded not be ignored. It vindicates them, and it shows what an absolute sweetheart deal that plea that imploded was. And Mike is right. If it hadn't been for the judge asking the right questions, and for the greediness, I have to say this, the greediness of Hunter's defense attorneys at the time, for all of this hinky language they put in there. Remember the hiding the paragraph in the diversion agreement? Oh, yeah. That really was a bridge too far for the judge. You know, there's an old saying, pigs get fat and hogs got slaughtered. Well, get slaughtered, and they got slaughtered because they asked for too much. It was too weird in that plea hearing.
Now, Mike, another moment from Hunter's podcast appearance today, his thoughts on this prosecution.
They're trying to destroy a presidency. And so it's not about me. What they're trying to do is they're trying to kill me, knowing that it will be a pain greater than my father could be able to handle. And so therefore destroying a presidency in that way.
Well, every time Trump raises an issue like this, well, the prosecutors are trying to destroy a movement, they just laugh at him. But what of that point, Mike?
I mean, it's obviously laughable. This David Weiss was picked by both Democrat senators. He protected him for years. This should be the beginning. This indictment should be the beginning of the investigation, and this should get a lot bigger than Hunter Biden and his drugs and his hookers. This implicates the president of the United States, that he's compromised by foreign corruption.
Saul and Mike, no better analysis. Thank you so much. Up next, more fallout from that testimony on Capitol Hill this past week from those college presidents. When is context right for